The People's Court, today at 4:30.
I'm sorry about this afternoon. I guess I didn't really end up making a whole lot of sense, did I?
Especially after Derek interrupted us. I've never seen him so drunk.
Yeah, he was pretty looped, all right, wasn't he? Actually, in a sense, though, it's just as well that he did interrupt me. I mean, I really wasn't saying anything that was worth listening to anyway.
Sounded to me as if you were trying to give me a warning, Sky.
Yeah, I guess it was something like that. I just wanted you to know that I might not be quite the bargain that you thought I was.
What sort of illusions do you think I have about you?
I just don't want you to get hurt, that's all, Valerie.
You know, you're not nearly as bad as you think you are. As a matter of fact, I think you border on downright wonderful.
I don't suppose you even know any prayers, Ian.
I just pray you know what you're doing, Snell, because you're about to blow a great deal of money.
You mean my finder's fee? Well, old friend, I have something much better than that. I have the key to the whole thing.
But why don't you just take the key and get lost? Killing me won't do you the slightest bit of good.
My friend, I do it with sheer pleasure, but now I'm being practical. I'm making sure that you don't come looking for me.
If you want my word, Snell, you have it.
I'm sure you mean that with all your heart right now. But later, when my back is turned and there's a gun in your hand, oh no, Ian. It's much better this way. So goodbye, old friend.
Raven!
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Coast Soap, the refreshing soap that brings you back to life. Coast Deodorant Soap, the eye-opener. And by dark, sparkling Folgers Crystals.
In New York, known for its fine dining, we're at world-famous Tavern on the Green restaurant. Tonight, we're secretly replacing the fine coffee they normally serve with Folgers Crystals. Are Folgers dark, sparkling crystals rich enough to impress New York diners? Let's watch.
Coffee was great, really delicious. I loved it.
It's really rich, really rich coffee flavor.
It's really rich. You can really just taste the flavor.
It's Folgers Crystals.
Is it?
Instant.
Do you know? You're kidding.
Excellent.
Great. I'd absolutely buy it.
You start your morning off with this or finish the day with this. This is good. I like it. It's very good.
Folgers Crystals. Coffee rich enough to be served in America's finest restaurants.
After an afternoon of this, you're not just tired. You're exhausted. That's why one thing waiting for every player in the NFL is a bar of Coast deodorant soap. Coast is made to revive you, and with its cool, stimulating scent and a thick, creamy lather that feels terrific on your skin, Coast refreshes you and rejuvenates you and picks you up in a way no other soap can. And if Coast can help after a day like this, imagine how it can make you feel after a day in the office. No tired is too tired for Coast.
Mike, of course I understand it. You had to keep me in the dark about all this cloak and dagger business that Raven has been involved in.
Well, sometimes I wish that I had been kept in the dark about it.
It hasn't always been very pleasant for either of us, Geraldine. It's led to all kinds of difficult situations.
At least it might have helped me understand Raven's bizarre behavior for the past 2 months. Not that her behavior ever could be called normal.
Now, you realize that we were following orders.
Oh, I'm sure there are a great many good reasons for all of this. I just don't fully understand them.
David told us that you'd been briefed.
Oh, yes. He and a couple of other glum-looking types took me into a locked room and talked to me for hours. It's just mind-boggling. I still find it difficult to believe that Ian Devereaux is what they say he is.
It's true, though. The man is a professional spy. And the object he's after is of enormous importance to the security of this country.
And, Geraldine, I assume that David Cameron also told you about Sky's problem.
Ah, yes. That was the most distressing thing of all. The thought that Skylar might be charged with treason. Oh, Whitney, for heaven's sake.
I knew that would shock you.
I hope that David also told you that it's very likely that Sky is innocent of the charge, that he was deliberately framed by his close friend Ian.
Well, they've certainly gotten back at him, haven't they? Maneuvering Ian into marrying Raven just to put a spy in his household. I could almost feel sorry for him.
Well, you realize that Raven was doing this all for Sky's sake.
Oh, yes, that was another difficult thing for me to grasp. The very idea that Raven would sacrifice herself for someone else.
Of course, there would have been a reward for her, too. Marriage to your nephew, eventually.
Well, I have no doubt that's the very reason that she agreed to all of this. But I think your Mr. Cameron is being overly optimistic to put so much faith in Raven.
Well, she was his only hope in retrieving those documents.
I'm sure Cameron emphasized the need for total secrecy, Geraldine.
Oh, yes, Mike. I'm an old Washington hand. I know when to keep things to myself. But I told him not to expect discretion from Raven.
I'm afraid that's been already demonstrated.
So, what happens now? I couldn't get anyone to tell me anything. That's why I was so anxious to see you this evening.
We honestly don't know.
But if David Cameron's plan is ruined, does that really mean that Skylar might be charged with treason? That's unthinkable.
It seemed more than possible for a while, Geraldine. But apparently, Cameron's come up with some kind of last-ditch plan. However, in his infinite wisdom, he hasn't bothered to include us in on the details.
Yes, he's up to his usual tactics. Geraldine, all we know is that Valerie is involved. You know that Sky was seeing her as part of the scheme.
Yes, Mr. Cameron admitted that he found that deplorable.
Oh, he did. Well, anyway, Sky was going to break things off with Valerie, and Cameron stopped him.
Which means, of course, that he thinks he can still save the situation.
Is it something that involves Raven?
Geraldine, we really don't know.
I wonder if that explains something.
What?
Raven's sudden disappearance this morning. She called me at the studio and told me she had to go somewhere, but I wasn't to worry about her.
Well, now, that isn't the first time that's happened. You don't have any idea where she is?
No, none at all.
How on earth did you get here? I left you in New York.
I couldn't stand it. I heard you came to our honeymoon place.
You knew I had to come here alone.
I know you don't love me anymore.
Raven, that's not the reason.
Well, what was I supposed to think? You just left the hotel suite and you canceled our wedding.
Well, I had to. I knew you'd never stop loving Sky.
That's not true. I tried to explain it to you and you wouldn't listen to me.
It wasn't a question of listening. All I had to do was to look.
I know it didn't look right. I never should have gone there.
Well, never mind about that now. How did you get here?
I wanted to come and tell you how much I loved you. And I got here about a half an hour ago and I went to the office and no one was there, so then I went upstairs to find you and you weren't there. And I came downstairs and I walked outside and I saw you and Snell walking up this way. And you were walking single file. It looked like he had a gun in your back.
Well, that's quite right. He was within seconds of using it. Do you always pack with a gun when you travel?
No, that was Pettibones. I knew it was in his office the last time I came here, so I was so frightened and I just grabbed it and came out here.
Do you realize what you've done? You've risked your life to save mine.
I didn't know what I was doing. I had...
But this guy took a shot at you. You could have been killed.
Well, I love you. Now, doesn't that prove it?
What's going on?
Oh, God, his manager.
This man is dead.
Now, this pig was trying to molest Miss Alexander.
That's right. He followed me out here and he attacked me.
So you shot him with my gun?
Well, she borrowed your gun. She had to protect herself. Isn't that so, Raven?
That's right. He has a gun, too. Look.
and it appears to have been fired.
I was hoping that you'd be witness to all these proceedings, Mr. Pettibone.
Ah, as a matter of fact, I was. I was just coming down to the beach when I saw Mr. Snell go after the lady.
I wonder how we could avoid messy explanations.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. It would be better not to involve the lady at all.
Do you think that could be arranged?
Well, he did shoot his gun, too. He might even have shot himself.
Well, yes. That's exactly what happened. Poor Snell was despondent. So he came down to the beach and he shot himself. Now, I'll be more than happy to help out with the funeral arrangements.
How very generous of you, Mr. Devereaux.
Wonderful salad dressing. How do you do it?
That's my secret.
Oh, Mom.
Shh. That's my secret. Hidden Valley Ranch. This is Ranch Original. I just add milk and mayonnaise. It makes up so rich and creamy. It's unique, Kathy, just like you.
Delicious.
See? A secret this good is worth keeping.
Ranch Original and our newest Harvest Onion from Hidden Valley Ranch. Unique flavors.
Secret recipes. Shh.
Uh-oh. Sink's clogged up. Better call the plumber.
That's a bad clog.
Better call the plumber. Probably soap and hair. Better call the plumber.
No. Liquid plumber is the one to call for clogs.
Watch how Liquid Plumber Drain Opener works on tough clogs like hair. Its heavy-duty power totally liquefies the clog. So for tough clogs like hair,
Better call the plumber.
better call Liquid Plumber.
Miles?
Hello, Jody.
Where's Nicole?
She's resting. She needs it, too. She's all worn out from our argument. I'm pretty weary myself.
I wish I knew what to do for both of you.
I can tell you what to do for both of us. Help me convince your sister to stop playing this game that she's been playing. Stop being noble, start being sensible.
I can't. I don't know which one of you to believe.
Jody, look me in the eye. Look me straight in the eye. It's supposed to be the ultimate test of sincerity, isn't it? Not that it's really worth a damn. I'm sure Nicole can look Chief Mallory in the eye and claim she murdered Nora. Claim that she never admitted the truth to me, that I was the one who did it.
But she didn't say that, did she? She didn't actually come out and say that you were the one.
Not in so many words, but she found me in a locked studio with Nora's body. She even heard the murder being committed.
Stop it!
Somebody has
Stop
got to
it!
listen to me. Somebody's got to believe me. Do you understand what it's doing to me? If Nicole goes on trial for something I'm responsible.
Well, maybe she's right. Maybe the jury will be more lenient with a woman.
No, she's wrong. I think juries are leaning over backwards now to convict women, just to show them they got equal rights.
She's also worried about your career. If a doctor goes on trial, you're supposed to save lives, not take them. If you're acquitted, it wouldn't make a difference. It would hurt your career.
It's hurt her career already. She's quit her job.
So she'll get another job. She knows what medicine means to you.
You're telling me you agree with her decision?
No, I didn't say that. Because I don't know which one of you has made the decision. I don't know which one of you is telling the truth. Oh, God. Everything is wrong. It's all wrong. And I'm so tired. I feel as if I've aged 10 years in the last few weeks.
I'm sorry. It's very heavy stuff to lay on such small shoulders.
You know, life can really fool you because one minute you can be walking down the street without a care in the world, and the next minute you turn a corner and you hit a lamppost.
Where have you been tonight?
What?
Where'd you go tonight?
Oh, I went out with Dee Dee for a little while after I left you and Nicole. She wanted me to calm down.
Did she?
She thought something fattening would help.
Doesn't look like it did.
No. Didn't. Then she thought it would be a good idea
If what?
she thought I should see Gavin.
Well, sounds like a good idea, did you?
Yeah.
And?
I saw him. That was all. I went to the theater and I saw him.
Well, I mean, did you talk to him? Did you kiss him, make
No,
up?
I didn't talk to him. Gavin is a very busy man these days. Very busy with the theater. Got a new assistant, Camilla. Do you know her, Camilla Devereaux?
What's the matter, Jody?
He's having an affair with her.
Oh, no, I don't believe that.
It's true.
Come on.
It doesn't matter, though. He's free.
I think you're imagining.
I'm not imagining anything. I heard them. That's all right, though, because I told Gavin that I didn't want to be part of his life anymore, and I meant that, so how can I blame him? I just wish it didn't hurt so much. I'm gonna go out for a little while.
Out? Where to? Seems to me you ought to have a little bit of rest.
No, what I need is noise.
Raise your hand. You got it. Raise your hand. You know it. You feel confident, secure. Raise your hand. You feel dry now. Raise your hand. You know why now. Raise your hand if you're sure.
You've got it. That sure, secure, confident feeling. Because each Sure gives you enough protection to help feel dry all day.
Confident, confident, dry and secure. Raise your hand if you're sure.
Betsy smells funny.
That's baby smells. Smelly formula, sticky baby food.
Diapers.
That's ammonia. Baby laundry is a special problem. So instead of regular detergent, I use Dreft with enriched borax. It's specially made for baby laundry.
There's borax in grain after grain of Dreft. Dreft gets tough baby laundry clean and clean smelling.
Now she smells good.
Dreft cleans baby smells out of baby laundry.
Time to put the tail on the donkey!
Wrong, Mom.
It's time for the Pringles jingle. Huh? Once you taste the flavor, then you get the fever. Then you've got the fever for the flavor of a Pringles.
Once you taste the fluffer, you need help. Once you taste the flavor, then you get the fever. Then you got the fever for the flavor of a Pringles.
Yeah! Once you taste the flavor, it's the deep fried taste. Then you get the fever. It's the crispy crunch. Then you got the fever for the flavor of a Pringles. Wait till you taste Pringles now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sky, I want to tell you something now. But you can't look at me, okay?
Why not?
Because if you do, I won't be able to say it.
Okay.
Since we're being honest, I have a confession to make. When you called this morning and told me that you had something important to say, well, I guess I shouldn't be admitting this, but I thought that maybe you were planning to do the bended knee routine.
You mean a marriage proposal?
Yeah.
I should have thought of that you'd be expecting something like that.
Don't misunderstand me, Sky, though. I don't want you to do anything. I just had to tell you. Have I made you uncomfortable?
A little.
Well, anyway, I guess that's why I felt so confused when you came and you started talking about all the things that were wrong with us. Sky, I need to know if you think it's not going to work.
No, Valerie. Of course not. Why would I think that?
Because you wouldn't want to raise any false hopes.
I told you I didn't want to see you get hurt.
But what would you have said if Derek hadn't interrupted us?
Nothing. I think I had said everything I was going to on that subject.
Are you sure?
Of course I am.
You weren't going to suggest that we stop seeing each other.
Oh, Valerie, of course not. As a matter of fact, I'd like to see you just as often as you give me permission to.
Be careful. I might take advantage of that. Just one more thing, Sky. I don't know if you're good or you're bad. All I know is that I love you.
What's bugging you, preacher? Who's the old bounce? Yeah, you write the book? Do I look like a kangaroo to you, man? You've been dragging all night, man. Trying to impress the customers? Turn your switch on, look. Hey, Jody, baby, where you been? I've been worried about you. Hey, man, I want you to grind your teeth on the sidewalk, huh? Okay. Where you been, baby?
Home. Had some family problems.
Oh, well, I don't know too much about family problems. I never, had a family. Listen, can I get you a drink?
Ginger ale.
Oh, come on, you look like you could use something to put some, pep in your step, baby.
No, I don't think I could handle it.
Whatever you say, there it is. Listen, I don't know what's the matter with me lately, you know. So many people come in here night after night. Now, why should one person make a difference to me, right?
Yeah, right.
Wrong. I mean, take last night. Like, there must have been 100 girls coming in here, right? In and out, in and out. I looked them all over. I mean, you know me, I always check things out, right? Only I wasn't checking them out as much as I was looking for you. You know what I mean, babe? You must catch my drift, huh? Jody, babe, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Well, then what I'm really trying to say to you is that I'm not the kind of guy that lets dust hit his shoes, you know what I mean? That's why I never stuck to one box too long. I mean, how can I? I mean, there's so many out there.
Yeah, well, you must be pretty busy with all your opportunities.
No, the only thing that I'm really busy with is waiting for you to come in here. Jody, do you hear what I'm saying?
What?
What is wrong with you? Are you stoned or something? You doing drugs?
No, I'm not depressed.
Well, then, you are not right, huh? What's wrong with you? Huh?
Nothing. Nothing seems real. Nothing is real. Maybe Miles is right.
Who?
I should have gone upstairs and rested. I'm so tired.
Hey, Jody, wait a minute. Jody!
If there's one job I hate, it's scrubbing the toilet. And you know what? I don't do it anymore. There's this different kind of chemical system. 2,000 flushes. Keeps the water crystal clear. Keeps the bowl sparkling clean continuously for about 4 months. No rings, no streaks, no stains. Just put the container in your tank and forget it. Every time you flush, the chlorine crystals dissolve away rust and minerals before dirt rings and stains appear. 2,000 flushes keeps the bowl so sparkling clean, I don't scrub at all. And flushing sure beats brushing.
Muscles, come on.
No, look.
Don't look, push.
But these no-wax tiles shine like new. Makes the others look old.
But I use them up and shine.
Yuck.
Looks like buildup.
Try New Bright to keep no-wax floors shining bright as new. The leading mop and shine goes on cloudy, builds up. Bright goes on clear, won't build up.
Hey, honey, the floor looks new. Used a lot of muscle?
Nah, I just got bright.
New Bright keeps no-wax floors bright as new, without buildup.
On Ryan's Hope.
I'm going away, Siobhan. Alone.
Please take me with you, Joe.
Is Siobhan forced to face life without Joe? Ryan's Hope. Weekdays.
I really do appreciate your kindness, Mr. Pettibone.
Don't worry about a thing, Mr. Devereaux. I'll handle everything with the island authorities. They're all my very good friends.
I'm glad to hear it. Everyone needs friends in this world.
I had the impression that Mr. Snell was your friend.
Just an acquaintance. Still, it's sad that he should take his life in this way.
Yes, very sad indeed. Well, here you are, Mr. Devereaux. There'll be a cab outside in a few minutes to take you to the airport.
Thank you. I'm sorry our visit was so short. Maybe next time we'll stay longer.
I was hoping that we could stay a little longer now.
Unfortunately, I have urgent business back in the States. Very urgent. Shall we go?
Keep out of sight, you fool. They haven't left yet.
Look, I want some reassurances, Pettibone. I did my part. Now I want to be sure that you people will do yours.
Relax, Mr. Snell. I was just about to phone my friend at the CEA to report on your excellent performance.
I'm glad you approved of it. Did you have to use real blood for this little stunt of yours?
Well, we have to be careful with a fellow like Mr. Devereaux. Besides, it's only goat blood. Relax. Stop worrying. You'll get your reward. 5 years in prison instead of 10. Not bad for a night's work, eh?
So is everything all right between us? Now, please tell me it is.
I'll never forget what you did for me tonight, Ray.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the rest of our lives, about our wedding.
No, I don't think about that now. The only thing I'm thinking about is this.
Bannon sportswear, Bannon dresswear, Bannon. With everything from cotton to cashmere. If you care, you'll bother. Don't wear one without the other.
Ban Roll-On. It's like an invisible layer of protection against wetness between you and your clothes. It helps stop wetness better than any leading spray.
If you care, you'll bother. Don't wear one without the other.
Ban Roll-On. You and your clothes can depend on it.
There's only one toilet bowl clean enough for my family. That's a bowl that's Vanish Clean. And for me, there's only one way to get it. My brush and Crystal Vanish.
Crystal Vanish is specially formulated to disinfect.
Not all bowl cleaners disinfect.
And Vanish kills germs that cause odors, removes tough stains, and cleans completely under the rim.
Now that's about as clean as you can get. That's Vanish Clean. For my family, it's not clean. Unless it's Vanish Clean.
Tonight, Benson tries to get his college nephew, who's a star at basketball but a dud at reading, to change his priorities and a master game plan on Benson. Then the platoon is at odds with the major when he finds them running a casino in the barracks on At Ease. And straight from life on the streets, tough, smart young cops out to wreck a gang of car strippers on the Renegades. After, Louis is convicted of murder, but Jake uncovers a long-time secret that could save him from the guillotine on the Gold Monkey.
Tonight on ABC's World News Tonight, that old teen spirit. Jobless workers are bouncing back on the softball diamond, battling the unemployment blues.
You get real discouraged after a while. Go out and have a good time. 3 hours, you forget everything.
ABC News, uniquely qualified to bring you the world.
42nd Street, Broadway's all-time musical hit. Some seats available tonight. Call Telecharge 246-0730.
Hello, everyone. I'm Connie Tong. Coming up in the 5 o'clock Eyewitness News today, adding to our transit problems, a subway derailment. There were no passengers on the train, but the derailment did tie things up a bit. We'll have a full report on that, and we'll have this.
At Zabar's, business is booming, and so is something else. I'm Maxine Black. I'll have that story.
Also, you've probably seen ads to earn money at home. Well, if you've thought about responding to those ads, you'll want to hear Consumer Counselor Phyllis Eliasberg's report. That's coming up at 5.
Sunday, go on a special journey into the unknown, a voyage of discovery, a trip into new dimensions, a fascinating search. Then,
2 people dead over 1 book.
An X-rated book.
The blackmailer tries to trap Matt Houston. Then,
We have a serious condition.
Jane Fonda, Jack Lemmon, Michael Douglas,
that I feel it.
The China Syndrome.
Sunday.
Getting this family to try a caffeine-free cola wasn't easy. They thought they'd have to give up taste, but they didn't with new Pepsi Free. Leave it to Pepsi to make caffeine-free cola taste this terrific. Pepsi Free. There's regular and sugar-free with 1 calorie. How about that?
The taste is positively Pepsi and it's caffeine-free. Positively Pepsi-free. Pepsi-free.
Next week, Tony Curtis, Patty Duke Aston, Eric Estrada, and Tom Selleck on Good Morning America.
Met this girl, Brenda, at lunch. She was drinking a Diet 7-Up, and I said, is that the one with no caffeine? And she said, it sure is. She said, all these others have caffeine, every one of them, but not Diet 7-Up. And she said, Diet 7-Up tastes as good as it looks. It does. And look how slender it looks on Brenda.
Caffeine-free Diet 7-Up.
Tastes as good as it looks.
Lorne.
Oh, hi, Sally.
You know that Alpo test you do on television?
Mm-hmm.
Try it on my dog.
All right. Okay, now. Alpo here and your beefy flavored here.
Molly? She went for the Alpo.
Well, it's the beef. Dogs have a natural love for beef. And Alpo Beef Chunks dinner is packed with the beef dogs thrive on.
Well, Molly sure passed the Alpo test.
Alpo's got the beef.
Dogs love to eat.